order is called, step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given. Understand? Number 1, step forward.
Hand me the keys, you fucking sucker.
Number 2, step forward.
Give me the keys, you
Knock it off, get back. Number 3, step forward.
Give me the keys, you
English, please.
Excuse me?
In English.
Give me the keys, you sucker, motherfucker. What the The Usual Suspects, released in 1995, and is directed by Bryan Singer, who's also behind such films like X-Men, X2, Superman Returns, X-Men Days of Future Past, and Bohemian Rhapsody. And this film is starring he who shall not be named, Kevin Spacey, Gabriel Byrne, Chaz Palminteri, Kevin Pollak, Benicio del Toro, Stephen Baldwin, Pete Postlethwaite, Susie Amos, and Giancarlo Esposito. And the reason why we're talking about The Usual Suspects today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a longtime contributor and supporter of this channel, Dr. Camp. Once again, thank you very much for your recommendation. You recommended a movie that is well beloved amongst the film community, with an opening scene that is very iconic, mainly because it was not improvised, but the laughter that you see in that opening lineup was not scripted. It was not scheduled to be there. Baldwin just kind of went off the rails with his interpretation, and everyone is breaking, everyone cracks up, but they keep it in, and it plays well with the entire scene. It plays well with the entire movie, because these are the usual suspects. This is everyone's like 50th lineup that they've been a part of. They know the deal, they know how bullshit it is and how they're not going to get caught, so yeah, they would make a fun game out of it. I love this movie so much. So thank you very much, Dr. Camp, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Dr. Camp and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Dr. Camp here. 5 regular bad boys are called in for a lineup of a recent robbery, and while held up in their cell, agree to team up for another score that is happening, and eventually become a small, merry band of robbers. Well, several jobs later, and they gotten into bed with the wrong mobster, a crime lord by the name of Kaiser Sose that no one has ever seen before, but if you double-cross him, you are surely going to pay the price. After everything goes wrong in the job that they tried to pull off for Kaiser Sose, the cops feel like they are close in nailing who Kaiser Sose really is. And that is the big twist ending of this film. It's a very famous ending, actually, but I know it's always someone's first time watching this movie, so I am not going to spoil that at all. It was spoiled for me, just because I've been a part of the film community. This is a little bit of pop culture here. It was almost impossible for me to avoid the first time that I watched this. It wasn't this time, it was several years ago, but the ending had been spoiled for me leading up to it. Actually, go to think of it, the first Scary Movie actually spoiled the ending of this movie for me, just unknowingly. But I am not spoiling that at all. All I'm going to talk about is the enjoyment that I had for this film, watching it again for this review, and for my recollection of seeing it for the first time. It's just an excellent film noir thriller crime movie. You have 5 different characters, 5 different personalities that foil each other, and they work well with each other. And you put them all in this group that goes around stealing, pulling off jobs, pulling off hits, aren't afraid to shoot someone if it's not going their way. And all these characters just have aspects that I love, especially Keaton, this character of Keaton who is out of the game, or at least he tries to get out of the game, right? He's done all these jobs before, he's been a bad person, he's served his time, but now he wants to go straight. He wants to be an honorable citizen and do the right things and get up into high society. But then once he gets a little taste of a small job, the first one that these 5 pull off with each other, he goes, oh, we could do more, we could do a bigger job. And then it keeps happening and keeps going, and he keeps going to the point where now he's just not going to end. He's back in this life of crime. He's not going to stop because he enjoys it so much, and he feels that this criminal is who he is at heart, and he embraces that. I like that arc for this character. Verbal Kint, who is played by Kevin Spacey. I know we're not supposed to say that name, but god damn it, it's a shame, because he is an excellent actor. You know, when I used to teach theater, in my introduction, like the first lesson that I would teach, I had this long quote of Kevin Spacey, because he's an advocate for the arts. He loves performing, he loves the whole art scene. So he had this long quote that I would always read, because I thought it was very appropriate for people who are learning about the arts and learning about theater, figuring out why this whole artistic thing is important in the real world. I quoted that man so much, and then he goes out and just commits social media suicide, and it got to the point where, like, no, I can't quote this man anymore. God damn it. That takes like 15-20 minutes out of my first lesson plan, motherfucker. But it's okay, I figured it out. But I'm still comfortable enough in saying when he was an actor and when he was allowed to act in Hollywood, he is an exceptional actor, and this is a definite case for that. He's had several other films, especially in the 90s, where he was excellent in. This is Kevin Spacey, the actor. I can't say enough good things about him. The person, you know, that's another story. Benicio del Toro, not really in this movie a lot, but I think he's fine for what we get. Stephen Baldwin, Kevin Pollak, I think, play off with each other very nicely, too. This whole team, it's an ensemble cast. Love ensemble movies, of course. And if you're also into a great ensemble film, this is just the movie for you. It's a great film noir criminal thriller that keeps you guessing up until the very end. Literally, up until the very end, people. Is it the greatest, like, crime thriller of all time? I think there's an argument for it to be definitely in the top 10, if not top 5. Especially for me personally, I would put it in the top 5, maybe top 3. But I feel like if I keep talking, I am going to eventually spoil what happens, and I don't want to do that. Just know that the writing here keeps you on your toes. The whole job that they're committing at the end, well, I guess we have a brief little flash to it all throughout the movie, but once we get to that whole climax at the end, that still keeps you guessing. Even though the detectives are walking you through it and telling you what their theories are, you think you know where it's gonna go, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just twists on you, and you go, whoa, just what's happening? Who is who? What is what? Oh my god. And when a script can do that in any story, whether it's movies, plays, video games, novels, anything that gives you that great, satisfying twist and keeps you guessing the entire time, it's an excellent story, and it's written well. This movie is so much fun. I'm going to give The Usual Suspects 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So guys, if you've seen The Usual Suspects, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you all the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel. But in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.